Living in Orange County comes with so many perks. Perfect weather, breathtaking scenery, and some of the most desirable neighborhoods in the country. But for many of us, there's one reality we cannot ignore: wildfire risks. If you're wondering whether living in a high fire zone is worth it, stick around, because by the end of the video, I'll share a key piece of advice that can help you protect not just your home, but also your peace of mind. Let's start by defining what a high fire zone actually is. There are areas that have been identified as having an elevated risks of wildfire due to a combination of factors like dry vegetation, windy conditions, and proximity to open spaces like canyons or wilderness areas. In Orange County, neighborhoods like Foothill Ranch, Cote de Caza, and parts of Irvine fall into this category. Living in these areas doesn't mean you're guaranteed to face a fire, but it does mean you need to take some extra precautions. And that brings up the big question: is it worth it? So why would someone willingly choose to live in a high fire zone? The answer is simple: the lifestyle. These areas often offer larger homes, scenic views, and access to nature that you just can't get in a more urban part of Orange County. If you've ever visited neighborhoods like Silverado Canyon or Trabuco Canyon, you know what I'm talking about. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, and for many people, it's the dream. And let's not forget, some of the most luxurious properties in Orange County are located in areas like Shady Canyon or Laguna Beach, which also come with high fire risks. People value the privacy, exclusivity, and lifestyle these neighborhoods offer, even if it comes with certain challenges. But we can't talk about the benefits without addressing the risks. Wildfires can cause property damage, displacement, and in some cases, even loss of life. The Santa Ana winds, which we all know here way too well in Orange County, can turn a small brush fire into a raging inferno in no time. Insurance is another big factor to consider. Homes in high fire zones often have higher insurance premiums, and some companies may even deny coverage altogether. This is something you'll want to research thoroughly before committing to buying a home in one of these areas. Here's the good news: we've come a long way when it comes to fire prevention and mitigation. Many newer homes in higher fire zones are built with fire-resistant materials like concrete siding and metal roofs. Builders are also designing neighborhoods with defensible space, which is a buffer zone of cleared vegetation around the home to slow the spread of fire. Some communities even have their own fire protection districts or programs that focus on regular brush clearing and fire safety education. Living in a high fire zone doesn't mean you're powerless. It just means you need to be proactive. Here are a few steps you can take to protect your home and your family. First, create defensible space around your property. This means clearing away dead plants, trimmings, trees, and keeping flammable materials like firewood at least 30 feet away from your home. Second, invest in a fire-resistant roof, windows, and siding if your home doesn't already have them. And finally, make sure you have an emergency plan in place. Knowing what to do and where to go in case of wildfire can save lives. Also keep in mind that some communities now require homeowners to adhere to strict fire safety standards, so you may need to factor that into your maintenance routine. So is living in high fire zones worth it? It really depends on your priorities. If you value space, privacy, and stunning natural views, the answer might be yes. But you also need to be prepared to take on added responsibility of fire safety and the potential risks involved. For some people, the trade-off is completely worth it. They get to wake up every day surrounded by nature with views that most people only dream of. For others, the risks and costs, like higher insurance premiums or potential evacuations, might outweigh the benefits. It's deeply a personal decision, and there's no one-size-fits all. One thing to keep in mind is the financial side of living in a high fire zone. As I mentioned earlier, insurance premiums are often higher in these areas. In some cases, coverage can be difficult to find. However, here's something interesting. Some builders in high fire zones are offering incentives like lower interest rates to attract buyers. That's right. If you're looking at a new build in one of these areas, you might actually secure a rate that's below the current market average, which can make a significant difference in your monthly payment. These kind of incentives can make living in a high fire zone more financially manageable, but it's still crucial to weigh all the factors before making your decision. All right. Here's the key piece of advice I promised at the start. If you're considering living in a high fire zone, preparation is everything. Do your research, understand the risks, and make sure you're taking full advantage of the tools and resources available to protect your home. Call insurance companies about particular neighborhoods as early as possible. So what do you think? Would you consider living in a high fire zone? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions about buying a home in Orange County, whether it's in a high fire zone or not, I'm here to help. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video about life in Orange County. This is Ryan Saloom, uncovering the good, the challenging, and everything in between about living in Orange County. I'll see you in the next one.